The year of 2025 has almost seen a real change, not only in the UK car market, but the automotive industry as a whole. New brands, new car tech, new looks, and a whole new car buying experience. Yet there still remains a tight-knit group of household name vehicles that are quite simply doing things the old-fashioned way, by making a car. And the new Vauxhall Frontera fits perfectly into that category because although it's not the most glamorous, most futuristic or high-tech SUV to be released this year, it's a rugged and practical contender for families, commuters or anyone who fancies a bit of space, comfort and eco-conscious driving without needing to remortgage the house. Straight away, the Frontera makes a bold first impression, but not in a show-off way. It doesn't stand here and go, hey, look at me, look how glamorous I look. It looks rugged and practical. And with Vauxhall's signature visor grille, them bold LED headlights, and with 17-inch diamond cut alloys coming on them higher trims, then it just seems like a perfect all-round SUV. It's not glamorous, it's not show-off, but it looks bold, it looks sharp. And it certainly isn't an eyesore. And depending on your trim, you can get contrasting black roof and tinted rear windows, giving the Frontera a bit of city chic meets outdoor adventurers vibe, meaning this SUV will be perfect for the school run, whilst also capable enough for a tip run. Now, I can't delve too much into the Frontera without talking about one of its standout feats, its flexibility, because you can choose between two hybrid powertrains or two electric battery sizes, with the hybrid powertrain giving you option of how much power you want from the Frontera, and the electric battery sizes giving you flexibility on how much mile range you'll need. And with them two hybrid powertrains, you're going to get either 110 or 145 PS power output. Both systems utilises a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine with a slight electric boost. As for the electric powertrains, you're going to get two battery sizes, 44 or 52 kilowatt hour, producing 186 or 254 miles respectively. So there's certainly a lot to enjoy about that. Now, 186 or 254 certainly aren't in the upper echelons in the automotive world. There's certainly nothing to write home about. Vauxhall aren't going to win any awards by making a car, an EV, with the most staggering mile range possible. But 254 is more than enough for what you'd use the Frontera for. And with its fast charging capabilities, 20 to 80% in around about 26 minutes, then even if you were on the long commute, then you're not going to be stuck there for hours. 26 minutes, go for a wee, grab a coffee, and you'll be sorted. The performance again isn't anything to write home about, but I don't necessarily have too many complaints. The 0 to 60 time certainly isn't supercar quick on the hybrids, and as for the electrics, well, you're going to get a bit more snappier torque, so it'll feel quicker, but it's round about the same ballpark figure. And with a top speed of about 88 miles per hour, then you're definitely not going to be setting any Nürburgring records. Think of the Frontera more as a sofa on wheels, a house from home, if you will, because it offers plenty of space, plenty of comfort. Yeah, it's not the most zappiest. Yeah, you're not going to be getting your mates or your family in the car going, watch this and put your foot down, because this isn't capable of that. But I don't think it needs to. It offers all modern day driving tech. It offers space, practicality and looks good. And for the price point, I think the performance is certainly apt. I would like to see a bit more responsiveness in that hybrid system. It feels like it takes a bit longer to kick in. I know combustion engines are slightly different to an electric powertrain. Electric, you'll get in and essentially it's a big go-kart. You put your foot on the accelerator and you're on your way. With a combustion engine, it needs that second to kick in to warm up. But normally with a hybrid, because it has an electric boost, normally they set off in electric, then combustion kicks in. This feels like it starts up utilising that combustion engine, and then the hybrid kicks in later on to almost prolong your mile range. And with a miles per gallon in the low to mid 40s, which isn't bad for a chunky SUV, then there's definitely an economical nature about the Frontera. So yes, the Frontera isn't exactly show off in any way, shape or form, but there is one area that it might boast against its competitors. That's its storage and practicality, because underneath your tailgate you will get 460 litres of boot capacity. Drop them rear seats, that rises to a whopping 1,600. And if you look at the Frontera's dimensions and compare it to its market competitors, 460 litres is rather impressive. Certainly enough for a weekend away, a family road trip, or a nice trip to IKEA if you fancy a flat pack marathon. Now, I know what I'd rather choose, certainly not the flat pack. And if the boot capacity wasn't enough storage for you, then the Frontera houses plenty of clever storage bins in the front. Because not only do you get the usual storage compartments, glove box, a little pocket in your centre console, and also storage compartment underneath your centre armrest. You get a wireless phone charging pad nicely tucked away with two USB-C sockets so the passenger can also charge. Two cup holders, which is enclosed by this rather fetching bungee cord. I'm very much a fan of that. But just looking at the entire landscape of the Vauxhall Frontera, and you can clearly see the progress that Vauxhall have made. They've kind of gone away from just being an affordable, family-friendly type manufacturer that people would kind of just keep going again and again because it's what they know. Now they're offering a range of cars that actually look stand out. They're looking at the wider picture of the UK car market and, as a matter of fact, the automotive world. And the look of this interior definitely feels a bit below par. But I just like the simplicity of it. We're seeing too many interiors that are just housed with tech, flashing lights here, there and everywhere. Seats that don't even look like they belong in a car. They look like they belong in a fancy hotel. Whereas this just kind of takes it back to basics and is quite a nice addition. But it still comes with all the modern day driving tech that you need. 10-inch touchscreen, 10-inch digital dash, touchscreen coming built-in sat-nav, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as all your safety needs, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and depending on your spec, reversing cameras. It's even just simple things like actual dials and controls for your climate controls. You're not sifting through a massive screen and having to do a 20-step process because your bum's got a bit warm. In your centre console, there isn't really much going on. You've got your automatic gear selector, your handbrake. What more do you really need inside a car? I feel like the perfect word to sum up the Frontera would be flexibility, because it's flexible in its price point for all them different trim levels, and also its powertrains, 2 hybrid, 2 electric. But it's also flexible in what it can offer you. It'd be a great runabout vehicle, a great work commuter, or even a family vehicle, because the amount of legroom there is back here, it doesn't look overly big on the exterior, which means when you're driving it, it's easier to park, easier to get in and out of town. Plenty of headroom. You've got ISOFIX points on either side. 2 USB-C ports in the rear, meaning if you're on a family road trip, you've got older kids, they won't be arguing or moaning because they're bored because the iPad has run out of charge. 2 in the back. Plenty of flexibility. As well, it's nice storage pockets. You have 2 up here, 1 down here. An alright amount of space in your door cards. You have a little pocket there, which I never really understand what it's for. You could maybe get a set of keys in there, but even that would be spilling out. But you can fit a water bottle down there. A fold-down armrest would have been nice, but I don't think it's the end of the world. It's still comfy enough. There's plenty of space. I don't think you could really complain. And the Frontera will also be great for families. For the fact it's incredibly safe. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot detection, reversing cameras, hill descent control, emergency braking, all coming from the lower specs, which certainly gives off a sense of value for money. I do like on your digital dash, albeit simplistic, shows everything you need to, including traffic sign recognition, but because this is the hybrid model, it has a diagram of where that energy flow is going. So currently I can see I'm using the electric motor. If I put my foot down and it needs a bit more kick, then it will light up the engine icon, and it means I'm driving a combustion engine. But I do just like how almost simplistic this centre console is. There's a decent amount of storage, but without being too flash. You get wireless phone charging pads, you get cup holders, you get USB-C sockets. Everything that you need to without being overly complicated. I mean, the fact you have a separate climate control panel, I don't have to go for the infotainment screen just because I've got a bit sweaty. And ultimately I think that's the certain charm about the Frontera, because yes, it has all modern day driving tech, but it almost doesn't feel like a 2025 car, and that's not a bad thing. The UK car market and the automotive world's got cars that would probably win awards at Paris Fashion Week, that would probably have tech that matches what you find in a NASA side project. So that's almost the benchmark for 2025 cars. But we're almost getting into an era where cars are becoming not cars. They're not having that raw, authentic driving experience. Soon, cars will be driving themselves and will be having a nap in a king-size bed. So I think for the time being, let's enjoy cars like this that are nice to drive, look good, and still don't necessarily feel too old-fashioned. So then, the new Vauxhall Frontera, what do you make of it? If you're after a new car that's stylish, spacious, practical, and offers plenty of flexibility, then this could be a real contender for you. Now, is the Frontera sporty? Not exactly. Is it luxurious? Not quite. But is it a good all-round SUV that doesn't come with a silly premium price tag? Yes, yes, and yes. It offers flexibility and affordable nature, and still isn't an eyesore in any stretch of the means. It comes with all modern day driving tech. Yes, it might not have any high-tech quirks about it, but it does what you need to, and essentially is the pure essence of what you want from a car. And if you want to find out more or book a test drive, then contact your nearest Paris Vauxhall dealership.